Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl the Appian way here. I'm ready to announce that we're going to be doing a tournament. And that's on this coming Saturday, so a week from today. So we're looking at, what is that, February 27th at, let's see here, this is going to be 1700 UTC time. Using UTC time just so that everything is really codified and right there and simple to understand. To participate, this is what you have to do. Join the Total War Troy multiplayer Discord hosted by Death. The link is in the description. Once there, you'll find the link to the challenge website where you'll register through that website. These are the rules. Very important part, okay? All sets are 1v1, best of 3 battles at large funds on maps chosen by me. So the setup is going to look like this. 20-minute time limits, daytime, dry weather, large funds, normal battle difficulty, and ultra unit sizes, okay? All 4 boxes remain unchecked. So you're going to have 12,400 funds to work with, and it's going to be pretty big units too. And the maps picked by yours truly, tip for you, they're not all going to be flat, and they're not going to be featureless. I am going to be picking a variety of terrain types and a variety of elevations to take advantage of Troy's more unique mechanics compared to other Total War titles. Sets will be done between 3 battles in head-to-head matchups. And that means, let's see here, best of 3. So the first person to win 2 battles wins the set and advances to the next round. Single elimination bracket and a possibility for a 3rd place face-off. The finals will be best of 5. Army selection. This is important. You must fight at least 7 battles with different factions in each battle before you're allowed to repeat any army. Basically, the reason for this is to prevent one player from just playing only the 6 Appian factions. You have to dip into a Trojan faction, Pulaskian, or Lycia, or Amazon. Honestly, this is to encourage a lot of faction diversity, and just so that we don't see the same 3 or 4 factions picked over and over again. Most competitive players really like Thia, Sparta, and Dardania, and we want to see more than just those 3 used over and over again. As well, you are going to be limited to how many times you can take particular heroes into a battle. This is to prevent everybody from just taking the Archer Skirmisher over and over and over again. So, in a best of 3, you have to play a different type of hero in each battle. Type is specific to the first name, not the second name. So you can't play an Archer Skirmisher and then play an Archer Trickster in the next battle. So battle 1, you can have an Archer Skirmisher. Battle 2, you could take Aeneas. Battle 3, you could take a Fighter Vanquisher. And that's totally legal. The other stipulation about heroes is if by the time the 3rd battle has happened and you haven't played an epic hero yet, you must play the epic hero. So in a set of 3 battles, you must play an epic hero at least once. But that only really comes into play in the last one if you haven't played the epic hero yet. So you could, if you wanted to, in game 1, play Odysseus, and then you don't have to worry about battle 2 or 3 bringing in another epic hero if you don't want to. Funds. How to spend your funds. Now, this is specific to our little corner of the Troy multiplayer community, but you'll hear it being used a lot more often, the 4400 rule set. This is based off of Warhammer Cup with our own little tweak on it, okay? This is how it works. Basically, you are only allowed to spend up to 4,400 points for each weight class of melee infantry. So, for instance, Ithaca. I could bring 4 Warriors of Ithaca. The grand total cost here is 4,120, which leaves me just under the 4,400 mark. If I wanted to, I could take out one of those Warriors of Ithaca and put in an Odysseus Midnight Runner instead. So long as we're still under 4,400, we're good for medium infantry. I cannot bring any more medium infantry in this army without going over the 4,400 spend limit. This holds true for heavy infantry as well. In the case of Ithaca, I could bring 5 heavy sword skirmishers, and that's pretty much it. As you can tell, Ithaca doesn't have very many heavy infantry options. You could also bring a heavy shielded spearman instead. You could do a mix of the two, just so long as you don't go beyond 4,400 points total. If you're ever curious if it's more than 4,400 points, what you can do is you take a blank slot here on large funds. It says 12,400. The second it goes below 8,000, you know you've spent too much. So I have 800 points remaining here. I could do one of those, and I'm under 4,400, and I know that this will work for my heavy infantry slot. Same also holds true for light infantry, and here you can go a little bit crazier because these tend to cost a lot less. And we're still under 4,400 points. The other rule for 4,400 to be aware of is specific to chariots. You are only allowed to bring 2 chariots per weight category. Similar to the 4,400 rule set, but instead of it being points-based, it's based on total number of models on the field. So for here, we're only allowed to bring 2 skirmish chariots, and here we're only allowed to bring reinforced skirmish chariots. All other unit caps that are already programmed into the game are going to apply. So you will not be able to bring more than 1 siren, you will not be able to bring more than 1 cyclops. As well, it's worth noting, if we're looking at, say, Sparta, for instance, Spartoi counts as a heavy infantry type, but does not count against your 4,400 unit cap for your heavy infantry slots. Mythic units do not count against the 4,400 rule set. And so that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it for this tournament. I really hope to see you there. Best of luck to you. Please join the Discord that's in the description link below and register on our challenge. I look forward to seeing you next week, Saturday, the 27th. Ta-ta, I love you all, and I'll see you guys there.